See if I can get this thing started, huh? It's brand used, guys. Brand used.
Like me, baby. I'm brand used too.
Neutral.
Don't forget the gas, the choke.
Yeah, I got it. Well, guys, that's disappointing. As you can see, my riding mower just broke down. And I don't believe it's been coughing since the day I bought it from this guy local. But you know, you get what you pay for, you know, $450, and plus I had to pay for the trailer to go get it. So, but you know, those new one of those, decent one, I just actually looked, and they're like over $3,000. So, but this is the second time. I bought another one before. It's sitting over there. So now I have two of these Polands. So, but you know, I'll keep trying fiddle with it a little bit. But it sounds like maybe the motor locked up. I fixed the last one and did a bunch of work to it. Sharpened the blades, put a new belt, and then after 2-3 cuts, it broke down on me. The engine just completely went out at the bottom of the hill, and Pink and I had to push it up. It's not a steep hill, but it's definitely a bit of a, we're on the side of the hill here. So, you know, we'll see. It's really disheartening because I really badly wanted to be able to cut my grass, and it looks like we're going to have a jungle again because I can only do so much with the weed eater, with my bad back, you know. I also have a bad right shoulder. I already had a surgery on it, and I can't really do a lot of that stuff and have the motor, the machine in my hands for, I mean, I could do it for like an hour, but you know, this is hours and hours and hours of weed eating. So I'm not doing it, and I'll probably just do what I can around the house with my weed eater. But I don't think this one's going to, I'm not very hopeful. I don't think it's going to work out. So back to square one with the riding mower. A lot of people around here that sell those used riding mowers, unfortunately, 9 times out of 10, they're just a guy that's trying to, you know, make a dollar, and they get these totally beat up riding mowers. This one was totally repainted. He repainted the engine, he repainted all of the body, and it's just incredible, absolutely incredible. The extent that they go through, and at the end, I don't know if they make any money, because by the time they buy the spray paint, is not cheap. Okay, each can is like $10 or plus per can. So you know, I mean, by the time you put in all of the paint, your time, and trying doing all that, and trying to make it look good, better, because it's a piece of junk, right? But you're trying to make it look better, and then it's still a piece of junk, because except it's a painted piece of junk. They don't do any work. This guy didn't do any work to the machine. It's just like, I mean, I just brought it home, and I had this problem. So it's not like it was somebody who actually repaired it and is a professional, or at least knows how to work on him. This guy didn't know how to work on him. He didn't do anything. I mean, I'm not a mechanic, but I know enough about whether something is being worked on or not, and this is not being worked on, which is why it died. It's hard going uphill. But I gotta get it out of here so I can fix it. I have to bring it up to the shed where my tools are. I think I made it through the worst part. Well, I was able to get this back up here, and so now I'm a little out of breath. I spared you the trouble of looking through all of this boring stuff and what I had to go through. I took some things apart and I couldn't see anything. I put it back together. It tries to turn and then it backfires. It won't start. So I'm gonna sell both of them as possibly as a unit and get what I can for the two together for parts or whatever they want to use it for. Maybe somebody that knows how to fix them can fix them, but that's not my case because I'm not a mechanic.
So baby, our goats need to learn how to goat, okay?
Right?
They're too much like pets. They see me and they cry. They need to just goat. They've got the whole side open, a thing full of hay, and they're still calling for me.
Because they think you got all the food.
Yeah, because I have the treats. So the white chickens have a new nest, and I can't find it.
Oh. Well, it's a constant battle trying to find those eggs.
Yay, we have a new wheelbarrow.
Yeah, and it's got two wheels, so you're gonna enjoy
Oh,
it.
it's going to be so much easier.
Yeah, with the two wheels, you're gonna really enjoy that because you can push it, move it around easy. It won't tip over on you. So it's a little easier on the back. So that's that. Now we put the bucket in. So this is great. Now we can start moving some things around.
So we're relocating our potato boxes and we're going to be planting them in bags on the other side of the fence. And then we'll take these apart and use them for more potatoes. Can never have too many potatoes, right baby?
Right.
I don't know if you guys remember, this was the soil from last year and it looks really great. It's broken down a lot. Okay, let's go take care of the dogs so we can go.
Yeah. I want to give you guys a little tour for the new subscribers as well. Welcome to our channel. You know, we try to make do a lot with what we have around here. We don't have, you know, an indefinite amount of funds that we can access to do all of the things that we do. So we have to pick and choose what we're going to do next to improve our property. We've been here now for just a little less than 2 years, going on 2 years. July 1st will be 2 years since we moved in. And then, you know, we spent basically an entire year just cleaning the property, removing all the trash that was here, and both in the yard as well as in the barn and in the house and everything. So we got ourselves moved in here within 10 days from the purchase. We were sleeping out of our van, and of course we have videos on all of this. We've been recording everything since the beginning, and but it's been you know, a lot of challenges and a lot of money and a lot of work, but we're getting it done, and just one day at a time, step by step, you know, baby steps, because it takes time. It's not something that can come that quick. Now, some of those channels out there that have, you know, tractors, and we don't even have a riding mower that runs right now. So imagine a tractor. But you know, we have to pick and choose what we're going to do, and we decided we're going to build a cabin, which is right there. You can hardly see it because she's behind the trees now. And actually, if I go all the way back to our main cabin, right there behind me, the blue cabin, if I go back that far, because now I'm kind of halfway in between the two cabins. So, but when from over there and from the road, you can't even see it, because now we have all of these leaves that have come into the trees. So really hard to see anything. It's literally like nestled into the woods. We love it, and it's like going to a different place. It's not like even, you know, it may be 150 feet from our other cabin, but it feels like it's much further away. We want to get ourselves to a place where we can just be completely independent. We have a number of solar power units with solar panels at the moment. We're working towards getting solar on our main cabin and go completely off grid, but we're working towards that. Now, this new cabin that we're building right here, it's a 12 by 16 that we're in the process of building, and it's got a slope roof, a shed roof, or a lean-to roof, the different names that are used to describe this type of roof system. But it you know, it works great, and for me it was a one-man, you know, build pretty much. So I had to, you know, come up with ways that it would make it easier. Also, I'm not 30 or 40, so I'm 60 years old, and I have to also think about that as well. And I have back issues, and I've already had a shoulder surgery as well a few years back that did not go well. So I'm dealing with a lot of problems, physical problems, but I'm still doing this. The deck is a 12 by 20, I believe. Let's see, 16. Yeah, it's a 12 by 20. The deck was a 12 by 20. So we have a nice large outdoor space, which is exactly what we wanted. And then we have the cabin right next to it. They're independently supported. They are not connected. They're individual structures. There's only one board on the front that connects the two together so that you don't walk into a hole. But they're all in separate footings and everything. It's working out great for us. You know, we have under 200 square feet. I believe is exactly 192 square feet is what it comes to. We did not do a loft because our code, county code, says the highest you can go is 10 feet. So we have 10 feet at the front and 8.5 feet at the back. And we don't need a very high, you know, steep slope for our roof, because in our zone, we're zone 7A, I believe. We're southwestern Virginia, and we have very temperate winters over here. And so we don't have to worry about a lot of insulation and those sort of things. So if you're interested in looking at parts of our build, we have a whole playlist, and I'll put a link in the description for you guys, and you can look at the entire build from since the time we started until now. And it's an ongoing process, you know, we're still working on it. So but right now we're working on doing the trim. We put the windows in, and then we put trim around the windows, and then the next is going to be more trim around for the siding, and also for the door. We have a front door already, and we just have to put it in. So but then of course we'll have to put railings on the deck and that sort of thing, but that will come later. Soffits, all that sort of stuff will come at the end at a later time. We want to get done now with the interior, and actually I'm going to show you. We just purchased all of the material this morning, and so we have a truckload full of stuff, and not only for this project, for our cabin build, off-grid cabin build, because this cabin will be completely off-grid on solar. It will be an independent cabin. So, and actually we have two lots here on our property. They're connecting lots. So this cabin that we're building, that we're building now, is actually in our second lot. It's not on the main lot with the other cabin in the barn. So it's on a separate lot entirely, and we have an easement behind us that we can actually drive around directly here without having to walk here. We could just drive. That will be for the future, but it will be coming. Hopefully by the fall we'll be able to have that driveway in here, summer or fall, and then we can just drive a vehicle right up to the cabin almost. So that will be nice, because you know, makes it easier. There's a lot of trip hazards. I have to come back through here and cut down all those branches that are sticking out of the ground. And but here's a look at the cabin. We are working right now on this picture window. We got the bottom and the top done. I just have to put two more boards, one on either side, and then we're done with that one. This is the Durock for our stone heart that we will be building. We will be collecting stones from our backyard, and like we did for our heart in our main cabin, we use stones that we collected from our backyard in the woods. So we got some treated 2x2s for the project of the rabbit hutches. We got a bunch of screen. It's inside the truck, as well as the insulation for the cabin. And we went with R13 because it was the cheapest, and we needed about 200 square feet of it, and it is the cheapest. It's like $21 a roll. It covers 40 square feet. And frankly, we found it to be all that we need in our zone. Again, if you're in Alaska or Michigan or, you know, Canada, then by all means get the R30, R50, R60, whatever you want to get. But this is not going to do it, but this will do it for us. And we'll have a stove, and once we have that thing running in the winter, you won't be able to even stand it inside there. So we are not worried. We got some countertops here that we will be working on. We're going to build our own kind of kitchenette inside the cabin, so there will be a separate project, separate video. But we got 5 rolls of insulation. It should be all that we need, should suffice us, because we do have a lot of windows. So and then unfortunately I can't show you, but all underneath here we also have the screen. And it's screen for rabbit cages, so we're going to be installing that. Now this here is our tongue and groove. It's 8-inch boards, well 7.5 by the time we're, you know, it's all said and done. But and then we got a bunch of 2x4s here at the bottom, because we need that as well. So yeah, we got our work cut out for sure.